Shot clock ticks. Youngblood got to get a shot up. Cannot. Saunders moves it. Catchings wants it up top. Gets it up top and fires.
So instead, it'll be BYU basketball. Tied at 27. Catchings off the catch. 3 on the shot clock. Hall for 3 off the mark. The rebound to Bryant. And he throws it right to the wrong team. Now a spot up 3 by Catchings.
Nice job.
Now Richie Saunders, haven't called his name in a while. Catchings, another 3. A little curious as to why Denman's been on the bench this long. Not in foul trouble at all.
Well, he's been high turnover today. And I think Kevin Young going with Dallin Hall, a little bit more sure with the basketball.
Eight on the shot clock. Hall. Catchings again from the left side. Yes, sir!
Here's Harris. He's pushing it. Harris into the paint. Harris, circus shot, no good. Traore with the rebound. 5 on 4 for a moment.
Gotta get back.
Catchings, high arcing 3 is good.
Tell the crowd, let's go, baby, let's go.
To Saunders. And now they'll reset the offense. Back to Saunders. Stewart. Catchings for 3. It's good. He splashed it home.
Awkward. Bandago somehow got to it. Not certain that was intended for him. Catchings, quick 3. And the answer.
Dimmitt to the corner. Catchings.
So well. He's just looking more and more confident and more comfortable. He's understanding how to score on a collegiate level.
Demon kicked it. Kanon Catchings.
The thing I'm most impressed with him, he just wants to win. So no matter what that is, whether that's having to score 25 or score 30, whether that's having to guard the best offensive player for BYU or the opposing team, he just wants to win.
Catchings.
That's to set up your defense.
It's a 4th turnover for Baylor. First 9 minutes.
And this right here is interesting. You're zoning one of the best 3-point shooting teams in Big 12, in the Big 12.
Baker on the baseline, tried to drop it off for Foos Traore. Catchings. Oh, he's hot!
If I have to go shut down the best player, I will do that. At the end of the day, I just want to win games. He said he hates losing, and you can tell by the way he's been playing as of lately, he fully means that statement.
Approaching the final minute of the first half. Catchings yanks it back, knocks it down.
The ball reversal, swing right back into the pick and roll to allow VJ Edgecombe to get downhill to create a 2-on-1 on the backside. This is a great drop right there by Scott Drew.
8-0 run in the last minute for the Bears. Yegor Demmin at the controls. Catchings. Ooh, got the.
It could have been an and 1.
2 on Edgecombe. Into Foos again. The help came. BYU moves it. Catchings is hot. Hit another 1-point margin. Two elite offenses acting like it tonight. Catchings comes to the help of Traore. Catchings on Omier. A step back.
Oh,
Catchings again!
I think will be an ISO situation on Omier to draw that 5th foul.
Yeah, so it's not him. It's Jason Asamoah, the 6'8" freshman from Lynn, Massachusetts instead. Demmin to the corner. Catchings with a burst. Catchings on the reverse! Stepping on the end line and a turnover. Tyler Betsy with the giveaway for Cincinnati. But since conference play started, Arizona has found it.
They have. They weren't shooting it great They were struggling to really, almost like Cincinnati, they were struggling on the offensive side, but as of recently, they've had big games from Bradley, big games from Caleb Love, and they're good. Defensively, they're a top 25 team in the country.
Kanon Catchings, tough shot from the corner. It's a three. Simas Lukosius rattles it in.
Lukosius is starting to figure it out. Last 3 games, double figures, following up this game right here. If anything, that's a great sign.
Kanon Catchings answers. But he was not happy with their three-point defense coming out of the Texas Tech game when the Red Raiders made 12 threes in Cincinnati earlier this week.
We talked to him yesterday, and one thing that he said was, oh my goodness, as you see Kanon Catchings.
Leads the Buffs with 14. Can Colorado get stops? BYU 71% from the floor in the second half. And it rattles in. Kanon ripped away from Catchings but kept alive. Trevin Knell. Kebakeda, another offensive rebound. Kanon Catchings. 3. To take a 1-point lead.
And that's what they need. Trazarian White right now in this point of the game, and also for the rest of the season, he has to be more aggressive.
Power dribble. Catchings. And BYU.
Texas Tech. We'll see how long they can play an effective defense that way.
You see the BYU starting 5. Always multiple playmakers on the floor with Demon and Hall. Saunders had a career-high 30. The last, which hit 16 of them against BYU on Saturday. Saunders the kick. Demon short. Catchings rips down the offensive rebound, and he puts it back in.
Oklahoma has fit in exceedingly well here in Houston.
Houston on an 8-0 run. BYU desperate for a bucket in a scoring drought of more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Catching, step back jumper, knocks it down.
Well, the same is true for L.J. Cryer and Emmanuel Sharp.
Cryer missed his first 4 shots, but hit that one. Largest lead of the game. BYU cuts into it.
Somebody else needs to start making some points for ASU if they're going to try to win this game on the road.
First field goal attempt for Josan Sanin. Leading scorer on the year for Arizona State. Attacking the baseline. Kanon. They're going to review it during the next timeout.
But Roxy, how much more aggressive has ASU been when they have these transition opportunities to find good shots?
Kanon Catchings. 3.
You don't get that foul, Roxy, is you show your hands, right? You show your hands. And ASU saying, look, it's Yango that's using his elbow, pushing up. And keep your hands off of him.
Play defense with your feet. Kanon Catchings. 3.
So played really well. Second trip to the rim for Hall. Hasn't been able to negotiate it in. Out with its mag. Grad transfer from Rutgers. Here's Catchings.
There's a setup with a little bit of pressure here and going to go a zone trap, full court zone trap. Not real aggressive in this trap, just trying to take BYU out of the rhythm and force them to take a little longer to get into their offense as it takes a little longer to bring it up. And Coach Crary told us eventually when he's got this program rolling, as it comes rolling.
Deep corner 3, had to go way up high. Matthews on the miss. Catchings for 3.
Yeah, unless you're Hendricks, then just shoot it for Pete's sakes.
Grab and shoot.
Yeah, and he's, from a percentage perspective, he's best three-point shooter on this team at almost 48%.
Baker looking for a lane to the basket. Kicks back to Catchings. Off balance, doesn't matter. Kanon. O'Neal the miss from the corner. Baker's out with it. Catchings for 3. Got it. 5 for Leonard Taylor, junior out of Baltimore. Catchings, a catch and shoot. Taylor steps inside the arc. Hall out with it. Right back to Catchings. Another three. Yes. 13-0 run for the Cougars. And the cold spell continues. Matthews, another miss. Catchings, baseline. Whoa, baby!
All Cougars so far. Inside the strip by Dawson Baker. In the corner, that's Kanon catching it. And the freshman. Agpin for three. Can't get it to go, and Kata with the rebound. Catchings, the 1-foot runner. What a nice touch. It's mixed with a celery component and some green. It's a green beet shooter is what they call it.
I don't know whether it matters what you mix that with. That's not going to be good.
But legendary coach in the Fresno area, and our good friend Steve Cleveland says this is the guy that's up to restoring Fresno to glory days. This Fresno State team.
Crawford, look out! That is.
Talking to Coach Wahlberg, and he said, we've had practices where our top 7 guys haven't been able to practice. That's hard to have practice for your top 7 guys not practicing.
Start tonight, missed the early stages of the game of the season with an injury and still trying to get his groove back. Junior out of Plain City, Utah. Catchings, the second half. He gets his 7th point.
Great assist by Collins. Got the ball deep in the paint and scanned his eyes out to the perimeter and was able to find him wide open for that 3. Good start.
Catchings back behind the three-point line and
a good start. Providence fans can take their seats.
The transfer from Chicago State, they're looking for him to deliver offensively on a consistent basis.
Demon got knocked out.
Particularly bringing it to Richie Saunders there. He's right there. He's got a good turnaround jumper. Just has to make it.
Hall swings it right. Catchings for 3.
That is right now looking for some of his offense.
Taylor out. Breon pass. Checks in for the first time this half. For NC State. Dallin Hall, 8 points so far today. Goes behind the back on O'Connell. Saunders, he goes behind the back. I'm not sure intentionally. Catching, step back. It's a 3. Wakefield, senior from Jackson, Mississippi. Checks in for the first time. Saunders, down low to Kanon.
Ole Miss going to have to really rebound here, Corey, because they have not been a great rebounding team. Last season's been a little bit better this year.
BYU, a guy that speaks 4 different languages. And now Brakefield with the left hand missed the 3 and Kanon the rebound.
There is no doubt that Ole Miss is looking to put Yegor Demon in every action here early.
He can handle the point. He did that when Hall was out with the injury. Catchings again.
Boy, big shots here.
BYU 4 of 9 so far for 3. Can Dia answer? No. And good box out. There's Boshkovich again. This time on the glass. Kate begging for the ball. There's a mismatch inside. Catchings was bumped. No whistle and knocked out.
First team All-SoCon performer and a guy that has done his work in that painted area.
North Philly native. Shiori. Catchings looking for number 4. He's got it.
He's got this thing on.
Saunders, tough shot. Short. And ripped away by Hall. Catchings open for 3. Wow. What a sequence that was. Saunders with the miss. Catchings underneath. The putback goes.
For BYU on Thursday, it's Ole Miss and possibly Purdue or NC State next Friday, those two games in San Diego. So the final tune-up for the Cougars here tonight. BYU is 4-0. The Delta Devils come in at 1-4. Here's Hall. Catchings from the corner. A catch and shoot for block. Hamilton's got the ball now. Backing in on catching. Stolen. Knocked away by Baker. Now Hall's got it. You hear Kevin Young's voice shouting the play in from the sideline. Catchings on the drive. And he bounces it in there. That's a shooter's touch.
Or drive, and his great court vision and sense.
Tate on the miss. I was approached with this question earlier this week. What NBA team doesn't need a 6'9" point guard?
Yeah.
Or couldn't use one? And it's hard to come up with any, and that's why his draft stock is flying. Here's Catchings. Off the glass and in.
With how physical and active they are defensively.
Cougars will set up for the final shot of the match. Ten seconds. Kevin Young shouting, wait, and now he says, all right, now let's go. And it was the Catchings. Shoot a three and knock it down. How about the first 20 minutes? Catchings on the block. Now he gets rewarded.
He's been shooting 37% from out there at three-point line this season, averaging 10.7 points a game.
Catchings again, up for three. Gets the lid up. Here's Clapper. Shot clock's at 3. Traore brings it down. Nell. Catchings! When he got here, his friends were still over there in the military and homesick and worried about his buddies, and it's been a tough transition. His mom was here last week, and that's helped settle him down. But big future. Also a big. So did his Uncle Carl before USC, nearby Mountain View High School. And now Pollard is here playing in Provo for the first time, but his team is 1 for 10 to start the game.
Yeah, Lone Peak and then Salt Lake Community College, but interesting, a return missionary, and Grant Leonard, the coach, said, here's a three.
Catching.
By Catchings.
Nell, another three, and his first long miss of the night, but Catchings is there, gets a couple. Kevin Young wants Kanon Catchings to get a little more aggressive. There he. Richie looking into the lane. Left hand. Tapped up and in. And the first bucket. Corner three in and out as Hargress just can't get the lid off. Out ahead to Catchings. Up for three. Back in the game. Saunders leaves it short. I think he was too open too there for a moment. Baker. Catchings. On Monday night for the Highlanders.
Well, you think about how much effort and how physical this team has played. And Kanon Catchings
is number one right there. Everyone's going to get a similar amount of shots. He's going to have the ball in his hands. And like I said, he is a pass-first guy. And that's the reason why he can shoot from that range. It opens everything up.
And Robinson has it stolen away. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Demon with the lob. Catchings the finish.
That parents like as well, and that's a big deal. And kids can going to college.
Nell on the miss, slapped out by Saunders. Demon the lob. Catchings the finish.
Had that, no?
The
assist record?
As a freshman in your debut.
Just kidding.
Now you had what, top 7 all time in assists at BYU?
I think so. I had the ball so much. Yeah. Tell them about the steals.
Of course,
right?
you're famous for the points.
That's right.
Here's a three from Catchings. What a gentleman Julius Erving was. Phenomenal player and so nice off the court.
Absolutely.
Like so many times we meet heroes and they don't live up to it. I met Dr. J in the airport in Vegas, Dave. I was coming down to do a game with you.
Missing in action tonight, Dallin Hall and Trey Stewart.
Think about the length on the front line of that trap. The 6'9" and 6'10".
He's sitting there like, where am I dribbling the basketball? I need someone to come to me. Someone come to me, help me. Right there. That's definitely intimidating.
Demon looking to get creative here. Kick back to Boscovich. Catchings. Shot. Another three.